Rather Good Coaching presents.
Hello, I'm Karen Adams of Rather Good Limited, and today I'm going to present to you another part of the live webinar dealing with difficult people. This time it's a tool that helps you deal with conversations and skew the odds in your favour to having positive conversations. I'll let you hear about it. Enjoy!
Have a positive conversation by asking appreciative questions. Let's start by answering the obvious question. What is an appreciative question? An appreciative question focuses on positive experiences and what is good about a person, situation, or anything else we want to think about. Here's a recent example of the effect of an appreciative question from my own life. I was talking to my parents, and I realised the conversation had turned quite downbeat as we were speaking about politics and the economy. When we reached a pause in the conversation, my training kicked in, and I thought to ask them, "What's the highlight of your week?" We then spent the last part of the conversation talking about the fantastic day out they'd had on Sunday, complete with a couple of concerts and a tasty lunch. I never would have heard about it if I hadn't asked them that appreciative question, and we got to the end of the conversation on a far more cheerful note. When we have difficult relationships with people, it can be even more important to have positive conversations, as it improves the statistics. We feel more optimistic about interacting with them, which works both ways. A conversation based on asking appreciative questions can positively affect more challenging conversations you need to have later on. Why do appreciative questions work? Ultimately, appreciative questions work because they tap into positive emotions. Barbara Fredrickson, in her book Positivity, mentions 10 positive emotions we can tap into and access our brain-expanding potential. These emotions are joy, gratitude, serenity, interest, hope, pride, amusement, inspiration, awe, and love. When people talk about positive emotions, the ones most commonly talked about are often not emotions we tend to associate with a work environment. Gratitude, serenity. Sometimes finding those at work can seem like a tall order. Tapping into positive emotions can look a bit different in a work environment. We might feel interest in the details of a task and in our colleagues' stories. We take pride in a job well done, feel amusement in the office banter, and feel inspired by something exceptionally good that a colleague has created. These are all emotions I've felt at work, and I don't think I'm alone in that. So how do we use these appreciative questions? Interestingly, despite what you might think, it's not all that jarring to ask about good things when facing problems. Ideally, we'll wait for a pause in the conversation and use an appreciative question to redirect. In my conversation with my parents, I asked about the highlight of their week. If we ask a spouse or child about their day, we might want to ask what they were most proud of. I find it can be good to be a little bit careful when asking about the best part of someone's day. I've sometimes had the answer, coming home, which may be charming when coming from a beloved family member, but doesn't help anyone refocus on their achievements. When we're talking to a colleague, we can ask them about their best experiences and what work they're most proud of. This can be especially helpful when we're all getting a bit cynical and it's hard to remember why we're even bothering. Remember, considering the answers to appreciative questions forces our brains to look for the positive, and these positive emotions help us be more open-minded and creative in solving problems. So whenever we're mired in problems is a perfect time to ask an appreciative question.